Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read for you a weekly horoscope in the month of July. And this is from the 1st of July up to the 8th of July, and it's for you coming from the period of Cancer. Let's start with July the 1st. It doesn't start very well for you, and it's not going to end very well for you. Well, the start is not really very bad. So morning and afternoon sessions, just don't be arrogant, don't be a perfectionist, don't be too demanding, take the soft approach, and you can make this Saturday of July the 1st much better for everybody else and for you as well. You need to improve your teamwork and more tolerance for others to make this morning, afternoon and early evening period of 1st of July become good enough. Otherwise, people are going to be not cooperative with you in any area of life, and you're going to be isolated. The evening and nightfall session turns very bad. So you see, the mistakes made, the things going wrong morning, afternoon now come to lash at you in the evening and nightfall period. So if you don't want this lashing at you in the evening nightfall period, you got to somehow make the morning afternoon period controllable. So do it the way I described just now. Evening nightfall period can bring accidents, it can bring confrontation, it can bring provocation either from you or against you, and it can bring also any kind of disagreements to get out of hand. So if you don't have to socialize, don't. At least in the safety of your own home, discussions can be done. But if you have to be out, whether with your colleagues or your bosses or your business people or marriage partner or romance partner, you have to tell yourself, I must take the soft approach. That is a magical line, using words which are soft, tone of voice which is soft, body language which is soft. That way you can cure July the 1st. July the 2nd starts beautifully for you. So much harmony, so much good news waiting for you. Even leaving for work and you are very happy. At your workplace or in business, you're going to get very good news on the morning, afternoon and early evening periods of July the 2nd. So be prepared. If there are going to be meetings, it's the time for you to project yourself. It's the time for you to show your level of communication and marketing skills. And even in the area of business, make your contacts. You're going to do well and get good news. Evening and nightfall period is when these arrogant planets return. So maybe you had a wonderful day and so now you want to show off and be arrogant. Well, don't. Otherwise, your evening nightfall period, you're going to be isolated, and rather than pick up friendships, you're going to have difficulties. It's a Sunday, so you may not be at work, and you may be with people and family related, or if you may be with colleagues if you want. And so evening and nightfall session, be humble, that's the word, and be agreeable and be sociable, and you will be able to turn the evening nightfall session much better for yourself. July the 3rd for you coming from Cancer. Oh, that's an excellent morning, afternoon, evening, nightfall session. A whole wonderful day waiting for you. And so it's going to be on a Monday. So it starts with good news at your place of work. You do things very well. You get support from your boss, your colleagues. In business, you attract very good news, either a new business line or making good business contacts. So it's good for you to socialize throughout the day meaning lunch or then the evening session. And you will make some very good contacts. There is growth, there is expansion. So there's good news for you waiting. Evening and nightfall session, a lot of emotional planets join in, and they make your evening nightfall very happy with your marriage and family people, with your romance partner. And by the way, it's a perfect day to go hunting for a romance and approaching the person that you have been wanting to approach, because these planets will will be kind to you, and so they will give you good news in one way or another. So, and if you are out with your business people or working people or marriage or romance partner, I say that it's going to be a wonderful evening and a wonderful nightfall period for you. July the 4th are planets which move very quickly, and they are very rebellious, and they bring about making a nature of you who behaves rebelliously and disagreeably. And so you will behave like somebody who has no traditional values, being very rude and things like that. Well, you have heard it from me, so don't do that. Reprogram yourself, and you will confuse these planets who want you to behave their way. And so you will be able to override them. So be kind, be agreeable, be traditionally active or traditionally aware, and you will start to make the morning-afternoon sessions better and better. Evening and nightfall sessions are going to be very good for you. And so you will find solutions in the evening-nightfall period where earlier part of the day you couldn't. And the evening-nightfall session, if you're looking for business, there are business planets there. You're going to connect very beautifully, unexpectedly, and suddenly you're going to make good business contacts or get very good news in the business area of your life. And even going out with colleagues and bosses, I will recommend that. Or with your marriage partner or romance partner. What a beautiful ending. July the 5th is going to be a very fast day. Morning, noon and night, there are planets whizzing about like headless chickens. And so they make you behave that way with so much stress, so much anxiety, so many things to do and not enough time, and put you under pressure and all that. Well, first thing you do at home or when you get to work is get a pen and a paper and jot down the things which are important for you to do on this July the 5th. And you probably write 7, 8, 9 things. But you will find when you look at them that perhaps only one is really important to be meeting deadlines. So you concentrate on that one or two. And you will see that your stress level drops, you can concentrate, you can focus. Otherwise, a scattering of energy in your mind is going to go on. And you will see that nothing much gets done when you're running left, right, center. So focus is the key word, and don't argue. Some of these planets in the morning, afternoon will make you very argumentative, all right? Drive slowly as well, because there's a lot of speed in these planets. So they make you do things, say things and do things very quickly, and that can lead to trouble. Evening and nightfall session are the rebellious planets who want to come back. And so they make you a difficult person to socialize with, or if you're working late to be worked with, or if you're going to be at home to live with. Don't want to allow that to happen. Basically, these planets reduce your traditional values. They make you behave in a very modernized way, which sometimes can be looked at without respect, so you become rude and use words or actions like that. So do the opposite. Be kind, be appreciative, be loving, and use words like that for that way as well. And you'll be able to help your July the 5th throughout the day to become better for you. July the 6th is when financial issues can come up, trouble at your place of work, disagreements in business, and these kind of things are whirling around in the morning-afternoon period. So you have to depend on other people for help. You cannot be a loner. You have to realize that your own ideas, your own functioning is not to the best. So you need plenty of support in anything that you do. And you're not going to get it if you're going to be rebellious, because there's a rebellious planet there, and there's a planet that makes you argumentative as well. So avoid these negative things and you'll be able to get support. Evening and nightfall is when these rebellious planets and when these fast argumentative planets make you say things fast, do things fast, and you'll make promises fast which you know you can't keep. Well, stop all that. Tell yourself, I'm not going to do all that. I'm going to go slow. I'm going to count to 3 in my heart before I say or do anything. That will really slow you down from action. And that way you will avoid the arguments waiting to happen, the disagreements, the upsets, which can happen on the evening and nightfall period of July the 6th. July the 7th starts beautifully for you. This is a time where you will want to plan holidays, you will want to do different things, so you'll want to make a journey, and it could be a working journey, it will also be good. And you will also be with people who are supportive and agreeable with you, and you will find plenty of agreeability coming from others, and so it becomes a good morning and afternoon session where everything works to your favor. It's a Friday, so you may have plans to go out on a Friday evening, but be careful. The Friday evening warns you of a couple of things like wasting money or being with a company of people where I might use the phrase, all that glitters is not gold. So don't be fooled in by people who want to be your friend too quickly. These are not very bad planets, but they are not your best. So try not to be overly bubbling. with love and affection for everybody that you meet, well, do so, but try to be at the same time sensible. And that way, you will be able to improve a not so good evening and nightfall session of July the 7th. July the 8th for you, coming from Cancer, yes, from Cancer, is going to be a very bad day for you. Well, morning and afternoon and early evening periods anyway. And it's a Saturday. So plans change, plans cancel, differences with the people you are with, arguments, showing temper, some problems of the past coming back to again be discussed and you are not happy or your partner is not happy. So try to realize these things and don't go there. Put on a cheerful, supportive, agreeable attitude. Show that you love the people you are with, and you will see that the morning afternoon session turns around and can become good for you. The evening and nightfall session are promised to be good, and so again this talk of plans for holidays, meeting people from another race, people from another country, and getting news from somewhere else, all this is programmed. Plenty of music, plenty of happiness, and you are going to be with company who is very loving and supportive of you as well. So you end a gloomy morning, afternoon, July the 8th, you end it very nicely. And so you will find solutions where earlier part of the day you couldn't. You'll find the solutions in the evening, nightfall session. So be out with people, okay? Be out with people. Now, well, that's my advice for you. I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session with me, and in that 90 minutes I will be using your date of birth and time of birth and looking at your palms, looking at your face. I do face reading as well, using Kabbalistic tarot cards if you want that. I will concentrate on your next 5 or 6 years in all areas of your life, and it will be a very intense reading and a very informative one. Go to Facebook, follow me or ask me to add you on. Follow me first and communicate with me, ask me questions, and we may make a plan to Skype one day. Or go to Skype itself and contact me and I'll come back to you. Until then, thank you and good luck.